Welcome to day 5, my friends. I want to give 2 disclaimers really quickly before we jump in. 1, please go back and start with the first episode. It builds off itself. Secondly, we're talking about forgiving people. When you forgive someone, that means that they don't have to necessarily have access to you or your life, especially to keep hurting you over and over again. You're not there to be abused, be a Christian doormat. You can forgive them and keep them at a distance. With that, we're going to conclude the story of Joseph. So let's remember where Joseph was. He's in prison. He had run away from Potiphar's wife. While he was in prison, he had a word for the cupbearer and a word for the baker. He had given their dreams. One was put to death. That would be the baker. One was put back in his spot. That was the cupbearer. He just said, remember me. So some time passes, and all at once Pharaoh has a dream, and no one can remember the dream. But all at once, as Pharaoh's talking and lamenting, the cupbearer hears it and says, hey, there's this guy I remember from prison that can interpret dreams. He's got a prophetic nature. Joseph gets in front of Pharaoh. He says, yes, this is your dream, Pharaoh, and this is what it means. There's going to be a famine, and here's what you need to do. And all at once, Pharaoh goes, wow, this guy's got some giftedness. He's called. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring you out of prison, and you're the number 2 in Egypt. Let's pause real quick here and look at this for a second. Number 2 in Egypt. He had been the number 2 in Potiphar's house. Now, guess what? He's over Potiphar. Imagine if he had not dealt with forgiving Potiphar and his wife. I could just, in my mind, this is how that conversation goes. Hey, Joey, how's your day going? Oh, it's all right, Pharaoh. You remember that guy you may have known of Potiphar? Yeah, well, I put he and his wife to death. Really? I liked him, Joey. Why'd you do that for? Remember that story I told you about how I got in prison? Yeah, that was them. Okay, cool. Have a good day. It would have been that quick. It'd been that simple. Because again, he's right under Pharaoh. Pharaoh wouldn't even raise an eyebrow. Then this famine ravages so much that even back in Joseph's home with his family, they're now without food. Think about, my friends, Potiphar's family, if Joseph hadn't forgiven them, and how quick that conversation would have been to Joseph's brothers showing up and not realizing that was their brother they're standing in front of begging food. Hey, Joey, how was your day? Remember I told you the story about my wicked dad and my terrible brothers? Well, guess what? They showed up today. You're kidding. What did you do? Oh, they're still slowly being put to death. It had been that quick. There had been that much rage, anger, and bitterness in Joseph. We've seen the movie a million times, y'all. John Wick, Man on Fire. Someone's wronged their family and they go out to get them. That'd have been Joseph's story. But you see, God did something. God did something so special and unique that even while his brothers are standing in front of him, Joseph began to weep because he had been transformed by allowing God to forgive them through him. And then Joseph is literally used to spare their lives. Guys, in my own life and Amy's life, we've been lied about. We've been betrayed. We've been hurt. We're even working through right now some stuff with folks where we're having to continue to forgive these people. You say it with your mouth until your heart catches up with it. Sometimes you have to go deeper. Sometimes you have to keep taking it to the cross. We're there with you. You're not alone in this. Tomorrow, we're going to do the practical work. The stage has been set. The Holy Spirit, we've been praying for him. We've been praying for you guys. Tomorrow, we're going to do the practical work to help you, his people, walk through what you've been through to be who he says you are. I cannot tell you how excited I am to see you guys tomorrow. Until then.